This is video number 6, and what I'm going to do in this video, we're just adding some detail to the game to make it even better for the user. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it so that when the cat interacts with the ghouls, you can tell that something bad's happening, right? It's taking away points. So I'm going to go to costumes, and you have 2 costumes. We're only using 1 in here, but it doesn't matter. We'll go to number 1, and what I want to do is duplicate this, and then what I did is I zoomed in. So zooming in to the cat, I'm going to choose red and then a line, and I'm just going to put X's through the cat's eyes because I want this to be bad, and it's kind of a universal symbol for like don't do this or this is bad, right? Red X's through something. So that is his 3rd costume. So costume, let's change the name to costume 3. And I'm going to click down here, go back to costume 1. Okay, then I'm going to go back to scripts, and here's what I want to do. I want to add scripts to my cat, and I'm going to create an event block. So I want this to be initiated, and I'm creating this separate from any of my other stuff, so that way I can see it better visually on here in case I need to edit something in the future. This time I'm going to grab a condition block that is an if then else statement, right? So if the cat is touching a ghoul, then I want him to change to costume 3, which is the red X's. Else I want the cat to look normal, right? If it's just moving around the screen, I want it to look normal until it interacts with a ghoul. So I'm going to grab a touching block. So if the cat is touching ghoul, then I want it to switch costumes to costume 3 for about half a second. So 0.5. Otherwise, or else, I want the cat to look normal. So switch costume to costume 1. And not only do I want this to happen to the cat with that ghoul, but I also want it to happen to ghoul number 2. So I'm going to duplicate this whole entire code. It saves me a ton of time, and all I have to do now is just change ghoul to ghoul 2. So now when the cat interacts with both ghouls, you should see the costume change to the red X's. I need to make sure that it does this for the entirety of the game, so I'm going to wrap it in a forever block, and let's give it a shot. Ow. Ow. Cool. So it is doing it. So if I'm touching the mice, I'm all good. I'm getting positive points. I hit one of those guys, I know that I just got hurt by whatever happened there. So I'm going to hit the stop sign. What else could I have the cat do? So maybe if I go to looks, I can make the cat say something. So say so if it's ghoul, if it's that ghoul, then it's subtracting 2 points. So I could say -2 for 0.5 seconds. Well, actually I'm going to do this. Just the say block, so say -2 for half a second. Let's see if that works when I interact with the original ghoul. Cool, so you guys see that, but it's not going away. So maybe I do need to use this. -2 for 0.5 seconds. Okay, that worked better because it only showed up for a split second there when I interacted with the larger guy. There we go. And I forget how many that one is. That one is -1. So I want to make sure that I put a say block in here. So say -1 for 0.5 seconds. So now it should create a situation where both ghouls create, yeah, -1, ooh, -2, ooh. Cool, so now that the user knows that the ghouls are definitely bad, and the user also identifies how many points are being taken away each time that they are hitting the ghouls. So you could do the exact same thing with the mice as well. So you create this type of code, you could definitely just copy this. So duplicating this code and then changing the touching to the mice, right? By changing that, you can change it to one of the a mouse on the screen, and maybe, I don't know, maybe the cat says yum or something like that, or it switches to a costume that looks like something good is happening. You could do the exact same thing for those characters.